Hello everyone, it is AD with Kosmostrology and I'm going to be doing your Cosmo Quickie. So this is going to be what to look forward to this summer. What is your summer going to be looking like? Are you going to be having a hot girl summer? You know what I'm saying? Hot boy summer? Hello. Like, what's going on? Is it going to be filled with friends, people? Like, I just want to see what it is. I think that it's fresh on everybody's mind, especially as we're busting out of kind of COVID times. So let's hop straight into it, guys. As you know, this is a timed reading, so I'll be blazing through it. Quick channel updates. I'm not officially back. I'm not going to be booking any more calls this week because your girl is going on an actual tried and true vacation. I know I mentioned that I was on like a vacation before, but it wasn't really a vacation. It was just me going to go do work elsewhere, which isn't a vacation. There needs to be another word for that. I don't know what it is. But now I am actually going on real vacation, guys. So I'm super excited, and I am from the bottom of my heart. This is only possible because of people that I've literally met through this channel. So I'm actually going to go hang out with some people that I met through this channel in California. I am so freaking excited, guys. And then once we get back, I will be getting down to business. So still not the schedule that I want to be on, but we're working there. I know last week I mentioned I was going to have some big announcements, and I did. And then Mercury came and shook up, ripped me out of that. For you guys, if you're still listening to the intro, I am a Gemini rising. So anytime Mercury goes into retrograde, it really affects me. So shout out to all those Gemini and Virgo risings out there who like get bam bam. And then this happened, the lunar eclipse happened and all this good stuff in Gemini itself. The Mercury is in retrograde in Gemini itself. And when I tell you, I took some really unnecessary slugs, like legit left both, not one, but two phones across the country. Like my grandmother literally had to ship my regular phone and my work phone to me because I left them in Ohio when I was clearly in Texas. How does that happen? Mercury retrograde. And I just have like the craziest travel story, guys. I honestly could do a vlog on those alone because something always goes wrong when I'm traveling. It's crazy, but I'm not claiming that for this trip on Wednesday. I'm not claiming that at all, guys. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and hop the freak into this, guys. I'm so excited. Happy summer, good summertime vibes. This is the summertime reading, so let's go ahead and clear out and get to group one. Of course, now I got these beautiful nails and I'm so excited, but like now I'm like with the cards, so just please bear with me. Okay. Right. Okay, so let's move this. Let's scooch this on down. Alrighty, so hello, welcome to Kosmostrology. I am AD, and this is if you picked pile number one. Today we are going to be looking into what are your summertime vibes, what is going on, all right? So this is if you picked pile one. If you picked this beautiful card, the 36 Ascension, that is really what I heard. Now I just heard Maxwell Ascension. You're the highest of the high, you're the highest of the high. But anyways, I really feel like there's some level of ascension, spiritually and community wise, with the 3 and the 6 Mercury retrograde. Okay, calm down. Whew. With the 3 and the 6 here, I really feel like it's about creative development, creative ascension. Like I feel like you're just going to be paving a way for yourself, taking action with this kind of warrior here. So let's get into it. I'm going to go ahead and start the timer right now. And bada bing. So of course we're going to start off with your astrology cards. Please keep in mind that I do subscribe to Vedic, so my placements could be a little different than yours, but the energy should read about the same. So we'll start with astrology, get into tarot, and then end on oracle cards. So that is how this runs if you're new to the channel. Let's get into it. So first energy we have Capricorn. I use, so kind of work focused, lunar eclipse change. Oh wow. Okay, boom. Solar, life's debts. Okay, so we have K2, Gemini, I think, and then we have, oh yeah, you got 2 extra cards. We have the 10th house, the world, mirroring that Capricorn, and then Leo, I will. Whoo! Yeah, there are major changes that are coming to you over the summertime. It's almost as like if you are a boy, you will be going through like your growth spurt, right? So if you're a feminine, I feel like you're definitely like changing. There's something that's going to be very different about you. I just feel like I'm hearing you have arrived. It's specifically what I'm hearing. Like you have arrived. You're ready to get out into the world. You're ready to get out into yourself. I feel like this K2 is here because I do feel like in some regards, you've paid off a certain amount of life's debts. You've paid off a certain amount of karma. So now it's time for you to step into this new version of self, and really get to know yourself and show yourself off. I really feel like this Leo to the 10th house, great energy about just stepping out and getting recognition and taking leadership of your life and its role. You could be picking up on any type of communication thing. Some of you will be coming into a really grand working change situation, or you'll be promoted in such a way you'll be getting the recognition that you've been putting in. But this is like, I have arrived. You've taken the steps and now you're ascending. So I really feel like that's being backed up by the astrology here, and it's because of the work that you've done. Now I do feel like there has been a change. There's something here with all this Capricorn energy and K2. There certainly has been a change in money. Maybe you've lost some money. So I would pay attention to your resources. Perhaps you could be investing money into bettering yourself, your body. So any body transformations and all that other stuff. I do feel like it'll pay off, but just be mindful of that with this combination here. And with this combination, I have this in my natal chart, K2 in the 10th. So it really does show that there could be, another change in your working environment because you're no longer satisfied with what you do right now. So you're like, all right, I'm ready to change. I'm ready to do something new. I'm ready to move on. So you could find some sort of dissatisfaction with where you are this summer, but it's going to propel you to change that and step into your true powerful energy. So this is really great energy to start off with. I don't want to get too lost in astrology because it's pretty straightforward, but let's keep going to see what's backing up. Yeah, Mars. Oh my gosh. Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. More Capricorn. So this really, oh my gosh, Saturn. So this really has to do with work discipline. For some of you, it is to work discipline, change your body, change your routine, change your status in the world. This is about status, guys. I feel like a lot of you are just kind of like, I am forging a way to be known. I want to get my Instagram followers up. I want to start my YouTube channel. I want to get the word out. I want to communicate my ideas. I'm going through these changes and I want to walk people through it. I'm going to start that blog. I'm going to start that vlog, whatever it is. I just feel like this time for you is really about your status. And of course, changing status takes work. I'm a person with a lot of Capricorn in my chart. I was raised by very Capricornian parents, so it's just like nothing in this world is free. And I feel like this is the positive side of Capricorn energy, which I feel like people don't really appreciate. Is just like, listen, you will work, you will pay it off. Like it's not even about the money. That's what I'm saying. That K2 in the 10th, it really isn't about the money. It's about the status. It's about proving to yourself and to others that you in fact can, that you are a star, that you can stand out. And you are very forcefully charging and placing yourself in this world. I feel like you're no longer satisfied watching life kind of pass you by. You're no longer satisfied scrolling. I feel like there's this Mars, this competitive energy where you're like, I can do that. Some of you Scorpio, Aries could be here too, but I just really feel like it's that Mars. Your Mars could be flared up in your chart right now, where it's just like, I am going to get what I want. I know that I can do what those people are doing. They're no better than me. Let me take it and put my own stamp on it. Let me get my name out there. Let me get my presence out there. That's really what I'm getting for you. That is the mission for this summer. That's what I'm getting. Wow, we got Earth, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Again, it's about discipline. That is the word that's screaming out to me. Just discipline, grounding these ideas, setting a foundation, a routine, working yourself into a routine. And this is about a job. A job that, again, easily could do with something creative. And perhaps, yeah, and then we have fire here and these butterfly wings. So there is a transformation is really what I'm hearing. But, as a person who does social media and all that other stuff, as much of a flibberty gibbet as I am, we're not going to get into it. We're not going to get into it. But I really do think that, it is a job. People don't recognize that it is a job. You do have to hold yourself into your own standards. Even being a promoter, a social media promoter, an Instagram person who endorses an ambassador and all the other stuff, like you genuinely have to put that work in. It does not come easily. It does not come free. And even you have so many people who are faking that status and stuff too. I don't think that you are. I feel like you're extremely authentic, but you have to get realistic with the work that it's going to take. And I think that you're going to really see that over this summertime and understand the course load that you have ahead of you if this is the path that you're trying to walk down, which is muy, muy, muy importante. But, you know, this is about putting in the work. So I don't necessarily, with all this Capricorn energy, it's not the funnest energy. Capricorn Saturn isn't the most it isn't the most fun, I will say. But I can say that it is worth it. It's worth laying this foundation. It's worth putting that work in to get what you want, because I do think that you have the passion and the desire and the fire to accomplish it. You do have leadership potential here. It's just going to require discipline. Again, we got Saturn here. That's Capricorn and also Aquarius energy. So that goes to that kind of standout, stepping outside of the box. So I really feel like it's just time for you to step out of the box, ground your ideas, put the discipline in and start working for it. You will be paid off. That's the beautiful thing about Saturn. That's the beautiful thing about Capricornian energy. It's like no debt goes unpaid. So, you know, just continue to put that in, right? The life's debts, you know, this is the work that you have to put in order to get what you want. You have to pay your dues is what I'm hearing. So this is one of those things where it's time for you to pay your dues so you can arrive, so you can get to where you got to go. All right, enough of that. Let's move into the tarot. Boom. So we're starting off here with Temperance, Sagittarius energy. Here we have Virgo and Scorpio energy represented. So again, that just represents transformation and also balance. I think that things are coming together, and you are going to be having fun. So as though you're working, I really do see that there will be playtime where you're going to start enjoying what you're doing. The Princess of Swords, woo, to the Empress, beautiful. So again, Sagittarius energy represented here is the guru, it's the teacher. But I honestly get, especially next to the page, it's like you really are studying to work. I'm picking up again on that Gemini energy. It's just like you really are learning things. Perhaps some of you are going to actually be in summer school, summer courses, getting certifications, learning new tricks to the trade. That could be for some of you, especially with Capricorn. I see you going back to summer school. If not, then I just really see you learning something and applying it. You know, you're finally in this state where I think that you are kind of done observing to an extent if you're doing this on your own, and it's time for you to start putting it into practice. Because look at this beautiful card, the Empress in a summer reading is great, just full bloom, awesome. You are taking the reins, you are taking control and taking power. All right, so let's see. The Seven of Pentacles, yeah, the Queen of Pentacles here. There's an Earth, a lot of Earth, strong. I'm specifically hearing Taurus, but there could be Virgo, but maybe your 10th house, maybe you have Virgo in the 5th house, or you have Sun in Virgo, something, I don't know. I'm getting something where you have a Virgo placement in like a creative house. So it's really flared up right now is kind of what I'm hearing. So you're being very again, with that Mercury energy, you're being very detail oriented about how you get to the about how you put yourself out. Like it's about status, it's about appearance. So I really do feel like this is really building a social media presence or writing like a dissertation, applying to jobs, applying to schools. It just depends on what end of the spectrum where you're coming from. But I really just feel like it's about getting into that nitty gritty regardless, paying attention to that detailed work that normally things that are overlooked. I feel like you're going to be putting that into practice. Okay, so let's keep going. Ooh, the Universe, my goodness, beautiful. So again, this is also the World card. So we have the world being reflected here, especially with this Empress. I just feel like you're being introduced to the world, regardless of your gender. You're stepping out. I'm coming out. I'm coming. I want the world to know. Got to let it show. Okay, and it is Pride Month, at least when I'm posting this right now. So perhaps some of you could be coming out or revealing some sort of secret because now you're comfortable doing that. That will apply to some of you, not to all of you, but I even see you just stepping out into the world. You're embracing yourself in a way that maybe you haven't felt like before. I keep seeing the number 18. I see the number 18. So I don't know if you are 18, you're turning 18, or you feel 18 again, but that's just kind of what I'm getting. Like there's like a graduation. Is kind of what I'm hearing. All right, King of Pentacles, King of Swords, and the Fortitude. So let's let's look into it. All right, now that we have everything on the table. So it's interesting because look, we have the Empress here, the Queen of Pentacles, King of Swords. So there is a balance here between masculine and feminine energy. I really do feel like you're going to be fighting off a lot of masculine energy. Whether, I know that a lot of feminines watch this channel, so that's why I tend to read more feminine. But if you are masculine watching this channel, then it's just competition for, again, what you want to do. But for women, I feel like you're getting a lot of competition for your affection or for your attention. And I don't necessarily know if you're trying to take it just because, I don't know if you're necessarily trying to take it for the most part, because I think you're very much focused on building your own stability, but it is there. I certainly see in particular a secret admirer. Somebody has their eye on you, a King of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Specifically, I'm looking at Aquarius, Capricorn energy represented in this particular deck, but there is somebody, I feel like in this Aquarius moon, I don't think that they're an Aquarius sun. Regardless, I just feel like somebody is certainly keeping an eye on you and they see you. Now, whether that's revealed over the summer, I'm not sure with the Seven of Swords here, but just know that there's somebody, again, strong Aquarius energy that really has their eye on you and they really see you. So you are seen. Do not be afraid of that. Somebody very specifically has their eye on you. In another way, I just feel like you're really learning how to master and conquer your own sense of self and your own stability. You're working very hard. This is going to be a work-oriented kind of summer, is really what I'm getting. Again, you might have a King of Pentacles energy, specifically Taurus represented in this card. Could be Capricorn, Aquarius, or could be Capricorn, Virgo, or Aries. But I just really get this overall energy here where you are certainly going to be stronger than most. I feel like as you're stepping into yourself, the Emperor is not here, which is totally fine. But it's because it's about you. You are the shining star. You have the fortitude, major arcana represented here. So this summer is really just you stepping into yourself. By the time fall rolls around, when this reading finds you, you're going to be feeling at the top of your game. You're going to be feeling like you have so much power in you that you are unstoppable. Which is absolutely gorgeous, because I think that everybody deserves that. Everybody deserves this time. Again, Leo energy represented on this card. So just really stepping into self, stepping into a sense of ego and really understanding where you fit in this world. I just feel like you're finally taking the steps that you can in order to be successful and see this through and see the other side of it. And that is absolutely gorgeous. Again, everybody deserves this, pile number one. So congratulations. I really do feel like this is going to be an extremely productive summer for you. It is going to be work. You are going to need to be disciplined. But it really is going to pay off. And then by the end of it, even if it's body wise, if you're just like, I really want to get my body together, you will be satisfied by the end of the summer. As long as you do the work, you will be rewarded. Period. If you want to build your social media presence in all that way, it will happen. Period. Accept it, put the work in, act like it's already coming for you. This is just your three-dimensional obligations for spirit to come. Your angels want this to happen for you as much as you do, but you have to do your 3D obligation here with the King of Pentacles here, okay? So that is what I got as far as your tarot. Of course, we are going to move into your oracle cards, but before that, guys, I just want to say thank you so much for supporting me. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. If you have it in your heart, please don't forget to donate. This is my Cash App, capital A, capital B, lowercase EV224, guys. I really appreciate the Cash App donations. They help a lot. So if you can, I would truly appreciate that. And yeah, again, other good news and more like site information that I'm super excited to give you, but as my last week took it, it's not ready to come out yet, so I'm going to wait until after this Mercury retrograde to do that. But yeah, there's more in store for you guys, but thank you for your support here and now. Let's move into your oracles. Let's see what we finally got. Okay, you got 2 extra ones. All right. Mending into the sea. We have 52 represented here, 7. Okay, so this is very karmic. It's kind of what I'm hearing. It really is up to you. It's up to you. I feel like you are mending yourself, mending your ego, and you're letting a lot kind of go out to sea. I'm also picking up on a Piscean energy, so this could deal with anything creative. just go with the flow. Go with the flow. Do the work and go with the flow. You know, the one thing about mending is it might not necessarily be mending in the traditional way that this card is read, is like, oh, I'm healing a relationship. For some of you, it could be. But for most of you, I'm really seeing, you know, how focused and detail oriented you have to be in order to knit and sew. So you're really sowing those seeds, and you just have to trust, you know, with this to the sea card, that, you know, spirit is doing its part as long as you're doing yours. So that's what I'm getting, you know, that paying attention to detail and all that good stuff. Oh wow, bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius, that Aquarius energy that we were talking about, standing out from the crowd. Stepping into yourself, social circles, new people. I just feel like you're starting from scratch, but in a really beautiful way. You're building from the ground up, and it's going to be, you're going to be welcome, and you're going to feel love. I feel like you're going to be showered with love. There is also this, there is something here about healing. So maybe I'll pull an extra, let me see, because all these are reflecting healing, but that wasn't the major message. So let's see what's being healed. The Knight of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and let me see one final card, the Nine of Swords. Okay, so I really feel like it's taking action. That's what's being healed right now. I feel like you've prevented, you haven't really stepped out of your comfort zone, pile one, in the past, because you've been too fearful to take that first step. But I feel like this summer, the Five of Swords to the Queen of Swords, you need to stop fighting yourself. You need to stop fighting your thoughts and take more action. Step more into the Queen of Wands energy versus the Queen of Swords, who sits and plots. And that's great. You know, sometimes you need the Queen of Swords, but sometimes you need Khaleesi to come through on those dragons, right? And just start over again, versus more of a Cersei who just kind of sits, plots, and then randomly blows things up. It's kind of what I'm hearing if you are a Game of Thrones person. But yeah, so that's what I'm getting. So it's time for you to heal your thoughts and heal how you think about yourself and what you expect from the world and what you expect from those around you, you know. But again, it's about putting in that work, taking those thoughts and actually putting them into action. That's the major thing. Okay. Stuck in the mud. 24. And then we have this elephant here. So again, I just feel like Spirit is really stressing with these oracle cards, given like the other side of the other side of this reading is just like, it's up to you to take those actions. This is what Spirit, you know, has in store for you if you do the work. But if you don't do the work and you spend this summer twiddling your thumbs, well, then it's just an opportunity. It's just a summer that you spent twiddling your thumbs. If you let yourself outthink yourself from your success, if you continue to allow negative thoughts to kind of drive you and where you think that you're supposed to go and end up, and you let fear do the work, well, then fear will win. And so I do think that you need to bring love into the situation. You need to let go of a lot, and you need to, you know, there's water and mud here. You know, water loosens mud, I think. I don't know. I am not a geologist. I think that's who covers that. I'm not sure. But I just feel like you need to mix it up is essentially what I'm getting. Be more malleable like clay, instead of being like hard, stuck mud. Oh, wow. Woo! This card rarely comes out, guys. So this is beautiful. We got dragon, supernatural. You are an ancient wise sage. You can shapeshift at will. Mastery is your destiny. Rise with dignity. Okay? So, I mean, beautiful. And to end on, you're the dragon. So shout out to all my 88 people. I can't remember who the second are, but I'm speaking to more of the 88 group. This is really your time to hone your power. Look at how much power you actually do have. The Empress, the universe, the fortitude card. But if you don't take the opportunity to rise with dignity and believe in yourself and believe in your magic, supernatural, capable abilities, well, then it's just going to go by the wayside. But this is a beautiful card to let it go, and that you are truly, you know, a shapeshifter, and you can do whatever it is that needs to be done. Especially with that Gemini energy there, I picked up on the shape-shifting. So please, you know, get out there. Put yourself out there. Please, you're the only person who's stopping yourself, quite honestly, literally. So your overall summertime vibe is the potential to work and hone your craft, and mastery is your destiny. To master something, that's what we talked about here with the Sagittarius card, to truly master what it is that you've been putting and investing your work into, and to rise with dignity, Empress, the World card, all that status. So it's up to you. It really is up to you. If you choose to be stuck in the mud, then that's you have free will. That is your choice. I do not judge here, but you do have the possibility to mend your mindset, mend your thoughts, mend how you speak to yourself, how you boost yourself, how you talk to yourself, in order to really step into what Spirit has truly in store for you. And again, this ascension, you're the highest of the high, you know. What is that? I can't think of the line, but it's like, if you don't know, then I'm seeing you. So don't ever wonder. Don't ever wonder. Like, don't ever wonder about your greatness, okay? So that's what I got for you, Pal One. I hope that resonated. That was a very interesting summer that you have. I'm sure, I don't know if you're expecting to be like, oh, you're just going to be out here and be the belle of the ball. You are in your own special and unique way, but there's work to be done if you're trying to rise for yourself. And that's just what I see. But thank you so much for joining me again. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Check out my Instagram and all that good stuff. Like I said, I'm still on break. I'm not booking any more personal readings right now in this moment, but hopefully I will be able to start those back up the week after, like next week or the week after those. But I will keep you in tune. And yeah, peace, guys, until next time. Okay, so now we're gonna move into pile number 2. Pile number 2, where should I put? This always happens to me. I never know where to like put the cards after I'm done with them. Okay. Alrighty, so now we are moving into pile number 2. Hello. I'm AD with Kosmostrology, and I'm doing your Cosmo Quickie. This is going to be focusing on the summertime vibes. Are you due for a hot girl summer, a hot boy summer, whatever it is? Pile 1 was pretty interesting, so I'm curious to see what's going to come up with you. So again, you know this is a time reading, so let's get straight into it. I am going to go, if you pick this, so we have 1 and 7 here. The card's 17, and I do feel like there's a sense of oneness that's going to be coming in. If you can see the depiction, if you pick this, I just feel like there's going to be a sense of oneness. For some of you guys, I'm being called to this moon. You're really tapping into your ancestors, and you're understanding how much they help and influence. And so some of you guys could be stepping into more witchiness over the summer. So let's see if that reflects in the cards, but that is what I'm getting from this card. We're going to put that aside. We're going to start the timer, and we are going to hop straight into it, guys. Okay, so just a friendly reminder, I do subscribe to Vedic Astrology, so we are going to start with astrology cards, move into tarot, and then end on oracles. But I do subscribe to Vedic, so my placements could be a little bit different than yours, but they should resonate about the same. So let's hop straight into it. So we're starting off with Cancer. I feel Saturn. All right, so we're already starting off with opposing energies in a sense. So Cancer is the opposite of Capricorn. Capricorn is so funny because Capricorn energy and Saturn energy was all over pile 1. So it does look like there's still going to be some restraints that are put in over the summer, and yours are particularly happening in your emotional front. That really is the difference between you and pile 1. I know you probably don't care about that stuff, but it's interesting to note, just to see where the collective energy is. So you more like putting your reins in on your emotional self. If you're working on a business and all the other stuff, then you might want to tune into pile 1 too. But I feel like you need to control your emotions. That really seems to be the focus of your hot girl, hot boy summer right now. Let's keep going because I don't want to, oh wow, Libra, balance. So funny. Yeah. So you're learning how to balance the two. I feel like your emotions can sometimes get the better of you and distract you from what it is that you're meant to be doing. So we also have Aquarius energy represented here. So your emotions could be a little all over the place, or like you just have random outburst or inburst. That happens too. And you're really learning the middle ground between those two things. So this is a really interesting energy to start off with. But so let's keep going. 11th house friends. I mentioned Aquarius. I promise you I didn't see these beforehand. But yeah, this is Aquarius energy. Cancer, you could have Moon in the 11th house, or Cancer in the 11th house, Libra in the 11th house, or Saturn in the 11th house. And so I just imagine that there has been a lot of there's been some friendships that have been tested, and maybe friendships that you are trying to, what's the word? This is a very interesting reading. Friendships that you are either trying to solidify or see if they're worth solidifying, or you've learned a lot of karmic lessons through your friends. Okay, let's keep going. Grand Cross Provoker. Wow. And then Aquarius, I know. Okay. Yeah, so This really has to deal, I'm really getting such strong energies of your friendships radically changing over the summer. You could be meeting new people, or you could be leaving old people, or you could be doing a mixture of both with this Libra I balance card. We're just trying to see who's for you, who's in your circle, who's working towards a common goal. Aquarius energy is very misunderstood. Okay, it's very, very misunderstood, especially in Western astrology, because we associate Capricorns with Aquarius energy when it's actually Pisces who have Aquarian energy. So, it's something to think about. And then Aries are Pisces. It's a headache. But it just causes a lot of room for misunderstanding with Aquarian energy. And I feel like either you possess a lot of Aquarius energy or you're meeting a lot of Aquarian people. And they actually, as dogmatic as they can kind of be in their independence and in their beliefs, they are really the sign of friendship, right? 11th house friends, they are actually the type of friends that you want to have, because they allow you to be you. Truly, fully, as long as you allow them to be them. And of course, there's going to be disagreements, of course, of how that happens. And the reason why there's such an aloofness when it comes to building relationships and building friendships with Aquarian energy is because it takes a very long time for them to kind of warm up, because they're a naturally cold sign. They are the final masculine sign and the final masculine house. So you have to understand that Aquarian is extremely masculine, logical energy. It's not one for the hoopla, for the rah-rah, but as soon as you get it, you do have it for life. With the Saturn energy, Aquarius is traditionally ruled by Saturn, so it's for the long haul. But I just feel like your emotions aren't necessarily being read right now by your friends, by yourself. If you are a moon, I'm specifically hearing there could be moon and Aquarius people out here to where you are kind of detached from your emotions right now. You're trying to study them from an analytical perspective, and I feel like that's actually I don't want to say that's good or bad, because I think that it's a mixture of both, especially with this balance card here. But you were certainly being provoked. We're going to keep moving, because I really this is a lot. This is a pretty interesting reading. I have a feeling I'm probably going to have to clarify some. I just feel that way. But let's keep going. Let's see what other astrological energies you're playing with to get further down this rabbit hole. But certainly about friendships. Mercury, communication. Gemini, Virgo. We got here Jupiter. Okay, these two, and Jupiter and Mercury are not the best of friends, because Jupiter wants to expand, and Mercury comes with a lot of questions. So we have this Gemini Sagittarius energy and this Virgo Pisces. So this is eclipsing each other. This is going to be a very interesting summer for you, Pal2. I can tell you right now, just because you're really balancing your shadow self and your light attributes, and you're learning how to make them work for you. And I feel like this is being provoked through your friendships, through your community, through the people that you are spending time with on a day-to-day basis. And you are having to learn really how to dictate and communicate those thoughts and those feelings. You're learning how to really pay attention to the devil in the details and execute. Maybe you've been more impulsive in the past, and so now you're learning to ask bigger questions, or vice versa. You ask too many questions and then you don't end up acting, and you don't leave any room for luck. So let's keep going. Oof. Water card. Okay, so we have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Again, emphasize on the Cancer, emphasize on those emotional side, that psychic side. For some of you, again, that witchiness. Yes, yes. Okay, this is very layered. This is very complex, Pal2. I really feel like some of you are really, you're scared of your witchiness. You're scared of your powers, and because they challenge your beliefs, so you're drawn to kind of get deeper down the rabbit hole. But you start asking too many questions, and then it causes you to lose faith. But you're being called to kind of tune into the more mystical side of life, but it doesn't fit into what you've been taught, or it doesn't fit into the community and the organization that you're in. So that's being challenged this summer for sure. This is really a major summer that is going to bring in a lot of fives. This is a huge transformative. It's going to challenge your thoughts, but again, it's going to bring you closer to source and bring you closer to your truth, your ancestry. Do not allow others to critique your journey. Again, while still reining in your feelings, your emotions. And I'm also hearing, this is a very specific message too. For some of you, you really do need to actually learn about your family's history with magic, because you are a very magical person, and when you mess with magic that is untamed and untrained, you have the possibility to wreak chaos and havoc. What do I mean? How can I this is such a sticky reading, not in a bad way at all. It's just very complex. It's just like one of those things where you can go around accidentally hexing people, right? If you don't understand the power of your thoughts and somebody cuts you off and you're just like, oh, I hope that their car blows up, and then it does, you know, you have to learn how to not do that. It's very reckless. And so I do imagine that some of you need to hear that your thoughts do have power. You are magic, and just because you haven't been trained, it's all the more for you to do it. It's your responsibility to keep your powers in check, because if you're just letting them go willy-nilly and again wreak havoc and chaos, well then that's on you, in my opinion. That's how I feel. Like if you know that you know are walking around and you have a sword as a hand, and you go around shaking everybody's hand without telling them that they have a sword, and they end up with a cut hand, well then that's your fault. You knew that you had a sword. Just because you didn't know how to learn how to reel it doesn't make it everybody else's fault. So again, extreme example, but that's just really what I'm getting. Be mindful of your powers. You have to be accommodated for those, okay? Libra and then Pisces. Again, so some of you could have Piscean energy where that shiz is real. It's time for you to, wow, I don't know why my tone shifted, but for a lot of you, I just feel like it's really time for you to take accountability and responsibility for your powers, because you could really be doing some damage to people with your thoughts and the intentions that you're setting out, because you're not holding yourself accountable. So it's time for you to channel that energy, change that energy, and work with it instead of letting it work against you. And again, I feel like this is tying back to your friendships. There might be people who are around you who realize and recognize this about you, and they're trying to be like, hey, you know, you're being a little off, or you're being a little different, and they're essentially trying to signal that, listen, you have some maturing to do when it comes to your own superpowers, and it's time for you to really balance it. Because again, when your emotions are out of whack, you end up you can create tornadoes, storms with your emotions. And it's not fair to you, and it's really not fair to people who are around you. It's kind of what I'm hearing. This is your time. This is your time to tune back in. You can't use, I didn't know, I just feel different, I feel misunderstood as an excuse, and then not tapping into it. So this is really strongly speaking to those Pisces, Aquarius cusp is what I'm hearing. Or you have a Aquarius or Pisces moon. Start holding yourself accountable. Start holding yourself spiritually accountable for the energies that you put off, particularly when you're emotional and you're angry. You know, it works. It works is really what I'm hearing. All right, let's move into your tarot. We're starting off with the moon card here. Yeah, this is about your emotions and really stabilizing them. What do we have? The Queen of Pentacles. And we have the Hermit. Strong Virgo energy. Yeah, some of you, I'm sorry, with this combination, some of you really don't need a hot girl summer. I'm sorry, you don't need a hot boy summer. You really need to tune into yourself and get your emotions in check. You're not meant to be running around, because I feel like right now you're spewing all kinds of energy right now. It's just like, I always use Jack from The Incredibles as an example of just a baby with so much power who just, you know, he catches on fire, and then all of a sudden he's ice, then all of a sudden you know, it's just a lot, and everybody's like, I can't handle this, you know. So I do feel like you're actually taking a break from the world, especially with Pisces. Piscean energy is extremely isolated. So yeah, let's keep going. We have the Knight of Swords, the Eight of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles. I'm going to keep pulling, guys. The Nine of Cups, just because I want to see everything out. The Magician. We have the Knight of Cups, and then we have the Six of Pentacles here. Okay. All right. So wrap it up. That's just what I'm hearing. There's going to be, especially with these outside, with this right here, you're going to be receiving communications, apologies, peace offerings for people who want to wrap it up, for people who want to end it, closure. And maybe some of you, that's what you've needed. That's why your emotions have been so out of whack, because you've been desperately seeking closure from a situation where there's equal give and take. It could have been from a past romantic relationship that didn't work out. I'm really getting that this could be ex-husband, the father of your child, the mother of your child. And finally, there might be some really useful communication that comes in that causes it to restabilize. So that is a super positive thing that is happening over the summer. Is going to be some type of closure and some type of coming to an agreement with the Six of Pentacles here. So there will be an apology. I think that you're owed one, and I think that you're dude one. Perhaps that's why I feel like emotionally you're so out of whack, because this closure hasn't taken place. So that's one. That's what Spirit wants me to tell me is number one. Secondly, yeah, you're going to be hearing from people that you haven't heard from. And it's going to make you really happy. It's going to make you really happy with the Nine of Cups here. So there's going to be some really great, important communication from people that you have not heard from in a while, in a long time. I mean, they're going to be offering a time to, just balance it out, especially with the Nine of Cups here. This is really great energy as far as the Eight of Wands, Nine of Cups, and just getting what you want. At the same time, these people are reaching out to you. I don't feel like you're meant to reach out to anybody. Four of Pentacles, you're really meant to sit in this state of change, rising from the dead, like this is Lazarus who's being come out of the coffin, but I really feel like you're more so in the coffin and then people are coming to revive you. I knew that I had a feeling I was going to have to pull some explainer cards. So I'm going to keep clarifying, but I really do feel like you're meant to sit and kind of receive some sort of information. I don't really feel like you're meant to be out and about during the summer right now. You're emotionally really, really open and really, really vulnerable. So you could have a lot of 12th house activity that's going on right now where you're doing, again, a lot of self-reflection, a lot of self-thought, and again, hopefully honing in and understanding the magic that you have within you so you can better use it without it being so reckless. But I do feel like there's going to be a lot of communication that comes in towards you, to you. Let's see, Spirit, anything else? Yeah, we got the Two of Wands. Yeah, long distance. These are people that, you'll see that railroad here, the Six of Swords. Yeah, oof. There's something here about long distance, the Three of Pentacles. Can I get one more rose, Spirit? The King of Pentacles. So we're dealing with Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Doesn't have to be, but could be. I just saw the Queen of Pentacles flash at me. So could be a girlfriend, a boyfriend, any of those things. The Seven of Wands and the Five of Cups, right? The Knight of Pentacles. So this has certainly been a very long time coming. The person that you're dealing with, I feel like they certainly have some kind of earth energy. It could be, it doesn't have to be their sun or moon, but it could be their Venus, or they have placements in earth houses. So this person is very slow. They're very slow to admit when they're wrong. They're very slow to come to apologize. But this person certainly is coming with a peace offering to stabilize. They feel really bad about what happened in the past. They want to make it right. I do think that's affecting you. Again, this is some of you guys, I really feel like this is super specific. I am so sorry, Pal 2. I don't know why my guides are coming through so harshly. But I really feel like this is one of those things where you really actually need to admit that you want an apology for this person so you can manifest that for yourself. Because I feel like a lot of you have just gotten caught on the whatever, I don't care, it is what it is, the Seven of Wands, I don't need it, it's done, bada bing, bada boom. But yet you take all of that energy that they left you with and you go on a freaking violently emotional rampages within yourself because you're denying this conversation to happen. And I think that you need it. I think that there's a level of maturity that has to come in with your emotions. And again, Cancerian energy, there's nothing wrong with it. Everybody has access to every energy in their chart. So I'm not coming for you personally. I have Cancer in my second house. So when it comes to money and all the other stuff, it's very difficult. I can be open and honest about that. But for you, I really feel like it's tied to your emotions. And so Cancer is a cardinal energy. So it's very new. It's like a newborn baby, essentially. So, it has to be trained, it has to be conditioned, and I feel like it's now in your best interest to train and condition yourself to better deal with your emotions and to be realistic with yourself, that there are some conversations that really need to be had, so then you can open yourself up to allow these conversations to come in to give you the peace of mind. But the more that you're kind of reeling in like the negativity of it all, you're also isolating yourself simultaneously. And I think that you want to reverse that spell. I think that you want to reverse that hex for yourself to open this conversation, this much needed, almost desperately needed conversation to come in to clear this energy for you so you can actually get what you want. So this is not the time for you to go back and forth with your girlfriends, with your boyfriends, and be like, oh, your friends are like, leave it alone, worried about it. And deep down, you are desperately seeking the validation from this person. I think if you do the work to open yourself up to even receive communication from this person, you will find out along the way that you never need a validation from this person. And this was all a trigger response to past wounding. Then you'll be able to address that said wounding and move forward. This is your summer's homework. This is your summer assignment. I am so sorry that it is not out there having a good time and gallivanting around. No. I'm sorry, pal, too. It's going to be a no for me, dog. This is really self-work, self-reflection, and tuning into yourself, into your own powers. You are very spiritually dangerous right now. I hate to say it like it sounds so violent, but it's true. And you would want somebody to do the same for you. I mean, we do this with sex all the time. It's just like, if you know that you have an STI or something, you need to work on it. You do have you spiritually, there's some work that needs to be cleared up, because if you just keep going and doing and gallivanting around and trying to boots and cats and F the pain away, one of my favorite songs by Peaches, if you just try to F the pain away, well, then you're going to be causing pain to everybody else that you come into contact with. And I don't think that that's fair, because I think that, Paul, I know I'm probably going to get so much flack for this. I'm so sorry, but I just got to be honest. I got to say how I see it. And I just feel like, it's not time for you to bring anybody else into this I don't want to say show, because it really is an emotion, but it's not any time. I guess we'll say show, but not because you're putting on a show, not because your feelings are real, but it's just like, this is a solo scene. You can't have other people in your scene right now. This is all about you. And once you do that work, then you'll start opening yourself up for the communication that you need. So then you can move on, and then you won't have to do this. This is temporary. This is not forever. Pal 2. This is not forever, but these are some really harsh words from Spirit, and I'm being very fair. They're very harsh, but this is your summer, so I think you need to go ahead and, erase the hot girl I'm doing and sleeping with everybody that I want to take that off the table, because this is some internal work. This is mad internal work to do. All right, let's go ahead and, I'm running overtime, of course, but I'm not surprised. We just had to come up to this. So let's see. We got a leg up. Don't let your past hold you back. Yeah. Into the unknown. So let's look at these. Wow, interesting energy. We got a leg up, and don't let your past hold you back. This is it. This is it. And I do think that this is telling you too, the 3 to 7, we have another 7 represented here. And again, even 1 and 7, both of these are extremely solo numbers. But I really feel like you have a leg up on this person that you're wanting that validation from. Oh, golly, 7 again. So lucky number 7s, right? But it really is time for you, K2, to release the fears that you've had. Even this is kind of K2 specifically in Pisces, where I just feel like spiritually, you want to give to people. You're so open and you're so honest, and you really try your best to love those who you feel like couldn't love themselves without you. And that's a beautiful sentiment to have. That being said, when they don't return the love that you gave to them because they never knew how to love in the beginning, well, then now you bully that person, right? So it's a very thin line. And so I feel like Spirit is saying, like, you have the upper hand with your empathetic nature. You always have had the upper hand in any of your connections. So when you're looking for a person to kind of tip the scales back and give you everything that you gave them. And I feel like this is from a past relationship. I feel like this is from an ex-husband, ex-lover, father of children, something. I don't feel like this is super new, but I feel like it's preventing you from stepping into the unknown because you don't want that to happen again. But Spirit is very clearly saying that you have to take responsibility for your part. Oh, I hate that. Oh, who wants to do that? Boo. But you have to take responsibility and your part. You know, there's a lot of videos from the narcissistic empath relationship dynamic. And we always paint the narcissist as to be this evil, mean thing. Yes, it can manifest in that way, but so can the empath, okay? So can the empath. It's two of the same things. It's a clashing. So just because you identify as empath does not give you the right to just be like, I'm always wronged. No, you play a major part. And that is something, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. My right hand is on my heart right now, okay? I had to learn this. This is exactly what I've been doing for the past 3 years. I mean, I was in a crap relationship with somebody who I could throw all kinds of labels at them. I choose not to because like they're a person and I loved them at one point in time. It just, because of the way that I was feeding my empathetic nature and not doing this and trying to invest it into one person, it ended up slapping me in the freaking face, breaking my heart. It was terrible. And it took me a couple years to recover. I'm hopefully able to get into the unknown and step out of this phase. But I have truly done my work. I really feel that way. There's still work to be done, of course, but I've been doing my work. So I'm saying that not to be like, but just to say this is a part of the process. This is a part of giving you a leg up. This is what people don't do and how you can stay repeating the same cycles by just choosing to be the victim, choosing to be misunderstood, choosing to not tune into your own powers and your own gifts and thinking that the world is taking from you when in all honesty, you are not giving in the way that you could be. There's a total difference between the two of those things. So you have to hold yourself accountable and responsible for your own part in this. And I'm so sorry to come at you as a strict teacher and as a strict mom or as a strict best friend or however I relate to you. I'm not sure. But I really feel like there's a lot that you're not seeing because again, you're choosing to be blindfolded and not seeing the truth for what it is. But I really want you to stop spiritually slaughtering yourself and others who come into contact with you because you were not ready to actually be in a fully committed relationship and you were still seeking validation and connections from others. Please hit pause on that. Please hit pause on yourself. Please check into yourself spiritually, see where you're at, and then step back out into the world. If this does not resonate with you, that is totally fine. Please, I would hope that you wouldn't come for me in the comment section. This just wasn't your reading. Maybe it's another pile. But I just gotta be honest at how I see it for this specific message. And even if it was one person who needed to hear this, then I've done my job. So please just be mindful of that if you're critiquing if this resonated or not. It's cool. It doesn't have to resonate with everybody. I didn't mean to attack you, but if this hit with one person to try to truly understand the power in this situation, the karma that has been put into this situation, and understand that they are not always the victim and that they have more control and power on the other side when they tune into those gifts. You know, I went from being a whiny boo-boo baby about some man to now having my own business where I get to help people. If you don't want to make that, if that doesn't resonate with you, then that's fine. But let it resonate with that person that it does. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Sorry. But let's look into your animal card. Whew, I am fired up. So we got Fox, clever, love it. You are swift and smart. Solutions to problems are easily found. Always listen to your instincts. Resources surround you. Be open to romance. Okay? So it's so funny that the last part that we have of this reading, which is telling you to shut it down, is to be open. You have to shut it down in order to reopen yourself because like I said, right now, you know, if you had an STD or STI, and yeah, the doctor diagnosed you, okay, you have chlamydia, whatever. You have chlamydia. Okay, cool. If you go out, you have to let the antibiotics work through your body and then you can get back in there and do your thing. You got to take the steps to do that. So let the antibiotics go through your body, clear the system, flush it, and then open yourself back up when you are healthy and ready and clean, okay? So not calling you dirty, but you know, just you get what I'm saying. I hope that you understand what I'm saying. Anyways, pile 2, I'm going to shut it down right there. We ran over time, which is totally fine, but hopefully this made sense for who it made sense to. And again, I say this with the most love in my heart because I went through this. I'm currently still going through it to an extent, but the other side is a lot better. I promise you. I don't worry about things. I have flare-ups all the time because I have abandonment issues and got Venus K-tips, but I understand my role. I understand my part in the construction and deconstruction of my relationships, and that's everything. So yes, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, guys. If you can, please consider donating to the channel. This is through Cash App, $ capital A, capital B, lowercase EV224, guys. Thank you so much. Thanks for your patience. As I stated earlier, I'm not back fully. I'm not accepting any personal calls right now because I am going to be on an actual, true, honest to God vacation, which I don't think, I haven't been on one in like 4 years. So anyways, I'm really excited about this. So that's kind of where I'm at, guys. Thank you again so much for your support. Please don't forget to follow me on TikTok and Instagram eventually when I get back to the grind. But yeah, that's what I got for you. Thank you so much, guys. Peace until next time. All right. Woo! Last but not least, we have pile number 3. So, hello, pile number 3. This is AD with Kosmostrology, and I'm going to be doing your Cosmo Quickie. So, this is what are your summertime vibes. So, let's look into it. Pile 1 and pile 2 were so different. They were so different. So, I don't even know what's going on, and it's so funny because when I pre-shuffled, I actually got 2 cards for you to pick. Shh, don't tell anybody else. I'm just kidding. So many people watch the video all the way through, so there's no secrets on this channel. But you actually got 2 oracle cards, and I feel like there was a reason why. So we got 23 here, and then we have 42. So this is about partnership, and it's so funny to see kind of how the images mirror one another. One I feel like is in a more creative state with the Pisces, the spider that's weaving webs, networking, creation. Also the female fatale is what I heard with the spider energy there. And then here on the other side, we have a blossoming and a blooming. So maybe just coming in. So one could be like perfecting your sexuality, sensuality, your craft, and the other is just coming into it. But it's funny to see where that is. And again, that little yellow, these are I think this is almost damn near the same image here. So it's one and the same. So there's definitely steps that are being made. So that's what I'm getting first off. So this is the Cosmo Quickie, guys. So it is timed. We're going to go ahead and hop straight into it. Please remember that I do subscribe to Vedic Astrology, so my placements could be a little bit different than yours, but the energy should read about the same. So we are going to start off with some astrology and go from there. So let's look to see what your hot girl summer, hot boy summer, what are your summer vibes for pile number 3. Boom. Earth element stability. So we have Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Let's keep going. Uranus. So I feel like your foundation is about to be shooketh. Let's keep going before I put my foot in my mouth. Moon, Soul, again, this contradictory energy. This happened in pile 2. So maybe you were drawn to pile 2 also, where you are stabilizing your emotions. You're learning how to stabilize your emotions. But I feel like you're kind of you're allowing your intuition to take the reins. And because of that, you might end up in some very unexpected places. Chiron, healing. Okay. And then we have Mercury, mind. Wow. So I really do get that there's going to be some unexpected communication that's going to be very healing for the soul. So maybe you're finally, and Chiron is like this little picture of a key. So I just feel like you're going to have the key to unlock some of the traumas that you've had and kind of stabilize them. Your mind is on the run is what I'm getting. We have Virgo and Gemini represented here. So I feel like you're just, I don't know. These are very interesting combinations that you got, and you have no signs represented. Of course, we have the second astrology, so we'll see what comes up here. But with this energy, I'm really just getting overall your imagination is really doing some very cool stuff, right? With the spider energy here, with the blooming, you are coming out. You're blossoming. Your creative energies are really healing other people, but most importantly, they're healing yourself. And so I feel like this is a very stable energy. You might be relocating, you might be moving, your structures might be kind of I feel like there might be some whirlwinds that happen over the summer, but that you know that they're necessary and they're vital for your overall success, and so you're down. Let's keep going. I feel like this is going to be an interesting reading. Yeah, as the other two have certainly been. But let's go into Gemini. We got 3-3 represented here. Okay, Virgo, Mercury. So hello, shout out to my Gemini rising, Gemini moons, Virgo rising, Virgo moons. We're here. But yeah, this is so interesting. I got Pluto transformation, oh golly, Scorpio, and the sun. These are very interesting energies that are coming out for your summer pile number 3. Major changes, right? With the Pluto transformation, communication and writing. So this is definitely like, especially with 3, 3rd house, 6th house, daily routines, 8th house changes. So you could be changing your health patterns, changing your looks, changing your routine, changing your communication style, who you communicate with. I mean, I guess that this is a really, sun, this is a change on like on an emotional level. So maybe again, that eclipse happened, the solar eclipse that we had, or the last lunar eclipse that we had, maybe they affected some really major changes, but I just feel like there's going to be some body changes or daily routines, eating habits that are changed. And it all is going to help influence not only your look and your ability to shape shift, but also your sense of self and how you're built up. If it has to do with any health and all that good stuff, it's not that you don't love yourself now. It's just that you're going to be spiritually as clean as you can be with your body also. So maybe you're doing all your religious work and all other stuff, but you're still eating out all the time. And so now it's time for you to match your intake to your out for what you're putting out. You're trying to merge your body. This pile normally resonates with me. I know that it's been heavy for me to start. I'm really looking at my eating habits. I'm going on vacation next week, so it'll start in July. But I'm really just getting like this overall, I'm kind of been thinking about this too. So I'm curious, pile 3, if this is resonating with you, because this is really resonating with me. But I do feel like, especially with the Scorpio Pluto sun change, weight and looks and all that other stuff, it's our mask to the world, right? And so I feel like you have gone through some major changes within yourself and about how you feel about yourself and the world, and your body is no longer supporting and reflecting that and how you feel on your inside. So now it's time to bring your insides outside. This is what I'm hearing. So some of you, not to be anything scary or whatever, but you might be, just finding out about your health in a really intimate way and learning how to really listen and hear your body. For some of you, I heard like, it wouldn't be like you finding out that this is an extreme example and I'm really not trying to trigger anybody. But it's just like, this wouldn't be finding out that you have diabetes, but let's say, oh, you know what? My mom is a great example. Whew, got out of this one. Okay. So my mom, she got diagnosed with high blood pressure. It's a lot of Capricorn energy. So she really did the work to change her eating habits so that she didn't have high blood pressure anymore. So she didn't end up on the pills or anything, and she eats pretty healthily, and she eats what she wants, and she no longer has high blood pressure. So I really feel like it's one of those things where your body's telling you things that you need to look and alert and pay attention to, and you can actually craft your health and your diet in a very holistic way in order to change that. There is medicines, and like I said, my mom was on the medication. I'm not opposed to medication at all. I just don't think that we should be on medication forever. If we see a problem and it's just like, hey, you have high blood pressure right now. Okay, cool. Let me take the medicine. But what else can I do in partnership with that medication so I don't have to use the medication anymore? What foods can I put in? How can I incorporate it into my diet? So I do think, and I'm being strongly called to tell you, going vegan is not the only way to tune into your body. Going vegan is not the only way to tune into your body. Just because you're a vegan does not mean that you are healthy. You have to learn your body. I can't go vegan in the traditional way because all I would be able to eat is spinach because I'm extremely anemic. So, you know, it doesn't make sense. But do I have to have Five Guys, burgers and fries every day? Absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? There's a balance that has to come and take place. And I feel like you have to know your body on an individual level in order for this change to come. So I do feel like there's going to be a transformation specifically that's happening with your diet that will reflect through your outsides. And it might not even be that you're trying to be, it could be that you just want to get 20 pounds off. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like you starting this habit, you revolutionizing your diet and your daily routines, and you really looking and analyzing your insides, quite honestly, you know, it'll just be a lifestyle, an actual lifestyle change. Not in the sense of like, oh, I'm just saying lifestyle change because I don't want to say diet. No, truly a lifestyle change because you're going to be so, you have the capability to be so tuned into your body. But yeah, I just feel like your insides, how you feel about yourself and your insides is going to start reflecting on your outsides. Another great example is Wendy Williams when she was just like, I need big titties. She was like, I need big titties because I feel like a big titty ass bitch. So she went and bought some, you know, it could be something like that, guys. You know, that's really awesome. Yeah, let's keep going. I feel like we got a lot of good information from there. So let's move into the tarot. Wow, Temperance, Sagittarius energy, pile 1. This was their first card out too. And right there, so crazy. The Star card. Ooh, wow. And the Six of Cups. Okay, so there does seem to be a lot of healing from information and relationships from the past. Childhood lovers, childhood friendships, all those things. There just seems to be like an angel that is kind of descending on your situation, pile 3, and trying to help and find clarity and heal past situations. Heal past childhood traumas. Again, that could have reflected in your bodies. You know, we use our bodies as a defense mechanism, or look to our appearance as a defense mechanism. But as you've healed yourself, you're ready to present yourself in a different way than you have in the past, you know? So I really think that this is a super beautiful energy. You know, we have Leo here in Aquarius kind of bouncing off of one another. This has just really been the theme about stepping from outside of the crowd, being your own unique original self, and letting that, you know, energy come and feed and nourish you. But I really do feel like there's some sense of elevation and achievement. Let's keep going. Oh my gosh, we got the Four of Wands. So let's see this summer. So what's going on for the summer? The Knight of Cups. Wow, so there does seem to be past energies that are coming back for sure, that are coming in with apologies and wanting to heal. Strong soulmate energies, soul ties. So this could be finishing up soul contract. It's very interesting to see the Ten of Wands in the middle of this reading. But let's go ahead and finish the last row so that we can see what that is. So we have the Four of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. Oh my gosh, thank you. When I was pre-shuffling, all these communication cards came out. Like, it was just like, so I really feel like you're going to be receiving a lot of communication. Yeah, so that's something to be noted of. And it's probably just because, you know what, I'm hearing Mike Jones. Back then, didn't want me. Now I'm hot, hoes all on me. Back then, hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot, hoes all on me. So it's one of those situations where it really is, you are rising. You're putting in the discipline. I really feel like this Ten of Wands is just representing how much discipline you're putting into stepping into this star quality with the Queen of Wands. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, just really getting active. For some of you, you're just adding activity to your routine. There is, there does seem to be hot girl summer. There does seem to be someone, or even this, where your angels are sending you a twin flame, a soulmate type connection. And you, of course, have the choice on whether you're going to sit in that or not. But I certainly see with these inner sides, you're coming, as you come into yourself, there's going to be some offers that come in. But I don't think that these offers are mature enough and ready for you, since we're coming from a knight to a queen. You know, I just say take the compliments, but I don't know if you're going to be committing yourself or holding yourself down. There has been a frustration in the past with people, with things, you know, you're shedding a lot of past energies, pile number 3, over the summertime. That is really it, kind of like a shedding like snake skin. Whew, that was so difficult for me to say. But I just feel like you've carried a lot of weight physically, spiritually, metaphorically, literally. You just carried a lot of weight from your past. And I do think that now is the time for you to start healing that. So pay attention, because your angels are certainly going to be communicating with you over the summer to make sure that you're in the right alignment for what it is that you're meant to be doing. But I do think that it requires some level of activity with the Queen of Wands here. You probably are the most inclined to have a quote unquote hot girl summer, pile 3, if I'm being honest, opposed to the other two. But I don't necessarily feel like that is your main focus, to be honest, just because I think at this point in time, you really are understanding and knowing your worth. I'm being drawn to the sunflower. You are leaning and growing towards the sun. You are turning your head towards the sun. You are now seeing who you truly are meant to be, and you're ready to let your body and your outside reflect your insides in this light that you're shining. And people are seeing that already. They're already breaking through, and they would take you as you are right now, baby. Trust me. They don't see you. They don't see any of the flaws that you see in yourself. But I think because of your past and because of the weight that you've carried from your past, you're ready to shed that. And you're just kind of like, if you like me in this state, thank you. I appreciate that. We're always beautiful no matter what. But at the same time, you're not understanding, you're not fully grasping how I see myself and who I ultimately see myself becoming. And so I do see that there's a strong discipline. Restraint is what I'm getting from the Ten of Wands. There's a real restraint that's coming in, particularly when it comes to if you're drinking and all the other stuff. Maybe you cut down on drinking. You don't need the empty calories for some of you. But for others of you, the way that I'm reading this is like you are stepping back into having fun. You are stepping back into going out. You know, you've been constricted with the Temperance card here. Your fun has been restricted. Your fun has been cut short. And so now you could be moving out of those. You could be traveling. You could be doing a whole bunch of different stuff. But you certainly are going to be receiving communication from people from your past. That's an absolute. And you are going to be receiving some sort of offer to maybe relocate, move, change with the Four of Wands here. To go do something with other people and have a really good time. But at the same time, I really want to get into this Ten of Wands, because this is such an interesting energy. It's like maybe there's still a humbleness that you need to maintain. Oh, wow. We have the King of Pentacles here. So maybe I'm sensing that there's a need to sit down, be humble. Yeah, the Six of Wands, the Six of Swords. The Five of Cups. I'm going to put this back because the same cards are coming out from pile 2. And sometimes that happens with this deck because I don't... Yeah, the Two of Wands. Okay. No, I got some fresh ones. The Ten of Swords. Okay, Six of Swords, Two of Wands, Ten of Swords, Ten of Wands. On top of the Ten of Wands, the Three of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so I was looking... I'm really feeling like, yeah. So you're closing out a lot of cycles, the Four of Swords. Yeah, so I really feel like your summer vibe to pile number 3 is that you are cleaning out a lot of cycles. So at the same time, you're having controlled fun. You're having restrained fun. You're going out more, but you're not doing the most. It's a very mature kind of vibe is what I'm getting. So you're really going to find out how much you matured through the pandemic and kind of see what it is. There's friendships and stuff that are coming back around, and you're sitting and making a decision if that's what you're going to bring into your life. Some of them you will, some of them you won't. You're focusing on what's in front of you and what's tangible. Again, there is a level of humbleness that needs to be received just because it can teeter on arrogant very quickly, just because I think that you are doing very well, and you are elevated past a lot of your friends and all the other stuff. So if you're, the type that goes to advice and you're just like, oh my gosh, see, I don't know. It's very, it can teeter. It can just teeter on when you're communicating. Just be mindful of people's feelings and that everybody has the right to their own pace and their own journey. Just because you finish your test earlier does not mean that you're smarter than everybody else in the room, because the last person who finished their test also could get 100 too. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean anything. You could be the first one done, get a 50, and the person who took their time, you know, could be done. It's that tortoise and the hare syndrome. I think that's just a warning just to say, because I just picture a lot of Aries energy here, as particularly really strong Sagittarius energy. And so sometimes the shadow side of Sagittarius energy is it can turn into preachy mode. Like, I know what's best. You're wrong. I wish that you just see it from my way. You're immature. Da-da-da-da. And I feel like, especially in your friend groups, that could be a turn off. You know, so just be mindful that you're still human. You didn't master life. You know, you've mastered yourself, which makes you being able to participate in life in a different way. But everybody's entitled to their own journey. So just be careful not to just get preachy and tell people what they shouldn't be doing. I can fall into this. This is why tarot has helped me so much, because on one-to-one levels and friendships and all the other stuff, I have certainly ran into this issue in a lot of my other relationships. And I don't mean anything by it. It's just, I'm like, well, why don't you see it the way that I see it? Okay, I have Aquarius in the 9th house, Sun, Mars. Sun, Mars, and Aquarius in the 9th house. So this could be me speaking to myself, but I really hope this is something that I try to work through, and I'm very, again, constrained. I pay attention to what I say, not being manipulative, because I will tell you the truth that I can, you know, as much as I can. Anybody who just watched Pal 2 is like, you bitch. That's not what you sounded like a Pal 2. But that was a choice. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I had to come like that, and I apologized the whole way through, because I felt so bad being like, this is really what I'm getting. You know, if you want to, anyways, if you watch Pal 2, then that makes sense. If not, then whatever. But I really had to learn how to have healthy and constructive conversations, because a lot of the time I am more mature. And I was just watching, oh my gosh, was I just watching? I never watched the Kardashians, but I was watching something about these feuds, and it was Kourtney. And if you pay attention to Kourtney, she's always like, I'm right all the time, F everybody else. She's like the wrong side of this. And again, she's the oldest of all of the girls, so she holds a lot of power. And so she's used to being in charge, so she thinks that she's right all the time. And sometimes it's just a turn off, even if she is right. So that's just a little tangent for you guys, especially with that 10 of Wands being there. It's just like, yes, you are blossoming, you are growing, you are beautiful, you are doing your thing. All these people who are coming back and all the other stuff, you can say your truth, but you don't have to bully and berate them because they don't get it. They'll get it. I feel like they're in the midst of learning, hence why they want to come back and patch it up and all this other stuff. But I just feel like you can hear these people out and take it slow, and don't become a bully. And if you don't have anything nice to say, then don't say anything at all. Sleep on it, wait on it, you know, until you do make your, you know, whatever it is that you're trying to say. Yeah, look at this, the 6 of Cups. And I'll be honest, I've been having so many crazy vivid dreams about people, friendships in particular, not even lovers, but friendships and stuff from my past. So it'll be interesting to see if they start manifesting in real life. And I'll have to take this in mind, because, you know, a lot of the time it's just like you're hurt, right? So you want to have the last word, especially if you have any fire energy in you, then you're like, I need to get the last word in. But Spirit is asking you, in order to truly heal this situation, is to show constraint and to bring compassion and love into the situation. But yeah, overall, these readings have been a doozy. I don't know why I decided to make these a Cosmo Quickie. I thought that it was going to be simple. I don't know. I really thought that this was going to be a like hot girl summer, yes or no. But man, they ended up going so much deeper than I thought. And that always happens. I don't know why I'm surprised. But regardless, this is going to be, you probably have the best shot at a traditional hot girl summer when we think about it. But at the same time, I don't even think that you're really trying to kick it like that, because you're really focusing on shining and kind of doing your thing. But other than that, other than just coming off as super arrogant and a know-it-all, that's the word. Other than that, if you can keep that part of you in check, then my goodness, you really do have a pretty cool summer that's coming in for you. As far as just, again, aligning your spiritual body with your physical body and treating your body as the physical vessel that it is, because that is so beautiful. So let's go ahead and move into your oracles. But before we do that, I do want to say thank thank you so much for your continued support. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, guys. And if you can, please consider donating to the channel. This is Cash App. I also have PayPal, but for Cash App, we have the $ capital A, capital B, lowercase EV224. The donations really help. They mean a lot, but again, you are under no obligation to do so. But I appreciate you. I'm not going to be booking any new personal readings right now because I am going on true vacation and I'm really excited about that. So I'm taking a break from my phone, guys. I'm a workaholic to my core. This is me normally, so I'm really trying to not do that. All right, let's get into it. Let's finish up on your oracles. So we have Solitude. We have number 13, which is the Death card in traditional tarot. So there is an isolation here. That's what I'm saying. But I feel like it's a choice for a lot of you. I feel like you're choosing to kind of focus in on yourself. You're stepping out. You're having a good time. But when you're at home and you're focused, you're disciplining yourself. So it's a real balance that you're doing this summer. Like I said, you'll probably have the most options for the hot girl summer thing, but I just feel like you're not trying to do that. Your vibe, your frequency is in an upward swing, and so you're really not trying to bring that down for any reason. So that makes sense. Wow, we got a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. What did I say? You have options. You have options coming in. I don't think that you're taking them. Now, I do feel like not this summer, but probably by the fall or certainly the end of the year, one of these people, because I cannot stress enough, there's two soulmate cards here. There's angels. So the angels are certainly lining up to bring you in a soulmate for sure. And it's going to be a very healing energy. But during the summer, I don't know if you're going to recognize this person or if you're going to invest into it like you should because you're focused on yourself. So that's the solitude, at least for the summertime. But I don't feel that. I don't feel like you're going to be single for much longer, especially with that. Okay, and then we got milk and honey. 51. So really overjoyed. There's a sweetness, there's a happiness that's coming in. And we got another elephant. Elephant was also represented in Pal 2 also. But this is a very happy go lucky time for you overall. It has the potential to be, but I feel like it's in a very solo manner. So you're kind of doing it yourself. You're really learning how to, I think you know what it is. I'm also hearing Paul number 3. You are certainly like understanding the power of being single and you're really loving it and you're basking in it. Hence why I don't think that this will be long. I think you're finally like, oh, I get it. The beauty of being single. This is so awesome. I have my pick of the litter. I can have casual sex if I want to. I cannot if I want to. I'm cool. Either way I go to bed, I'm happy. I'm getting my body to where I want it to be for me. So when I'm making love to myself, I feel good about it. I'm making sure that I can keep up with the tasks that I have in hand. I'm disciplining myself. I'm surrounding myself with positive love and energy. And I'm making sure that I'm not judging others based on where they are on their journey. I'm only here to help and support. I'm being strategic with my words. I'm being strategic with my no's. I'm being strategic with my yeses. And then bada bing, bada boom, the angels have something else in store for you, and then you end up getting a really nice love offer. But it's because you're so comfortable and independent in yourself. So the more that you get comfortable in your own skin, whoo-wee, that sent chills in my spine. The more comfortable you are in your own skin, the better that this summer is going to transition into you. So do your work. And I just want to say this too, for sure. When it comes to looks, especially with Libra energy, if it's hair, weight, whatever, know that it's for you. Whatever you're doing is for you. If you are a fuller queen like myself and you are really trying to be losing weight and all the other stuff, let it be for your body, not for the look or not for the male gaze or the female gaze, depending on who you are trying to gaze at you. You're fine. People would take you as you are right now. You could look like roly-poly-oly. They will take you because you exude more than that. But I feel like you owe it to your temple and to your own body to heal that, and to yourself, because you know when you're more comfortable at what weight. It does not have to be. It could be far from a size 0. You understand what I'm saying? You don't have to be a skinny mini in order to get what you want. But I do think that there is a really healthy, firm version of your body that is screaming that it wants to come out. And you might only be 20, 30 pounds away from it. You know what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind. All right, let's go ahead and pull your animal cards We got this whale energy, and whales are big. So that's really funny. That's why I'm like, some of you, I think that you're just meant to be fuller. Like, I don't think that you'll ever be like a size, 00. You're not meant to be, but there is a healthy weight to carry the weight that you do have. There is a body for you beneath whatever it is that you got going on that you probably built up for protection, childhood wounds. We're not going to get into that. That's not this reading. But Orca Whale Adventure. Dare to do things differently. Sing your wild song. Manifest your travel dreams. Attempt the great journey with confidence. Be loyal. Friends and family are your treasures. Be brave. You are more powerful than you know. Woo, this is a beautiful card. And I just hear that you're making a splash. You really are making a splash. And for some of you guys, yeah, I didn't even pick up on this. I'm sorry. But these cards, foreign travel. Some of you really could end up on a long distance journey, but you probably are the most likely to be traveling. And when you do travel, there will be a sense of a homecoming with the Four of Wands here too. So you're going to have a very adventurous summer for sure. Oh my gosh. And then you got Dear Love. Be gentle with yourself. You heal with the power of love. See the light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and grace. Wow. So you got 2 animal cards. Everybody else got 1, but you, pile 3, have a really beautiful kind of summer, because I feel like you're truly aligning with yourself and you're going to be doing what you want because you've done the work in the past. Please be kind. Please be kind to your friends and to your family who haven't done the work that you've done. Because again, just because you've sped through this process does not make you any better than anyone else. And that's just something that I feel like, especially with love, be gentle with yourself and be gentle with others. You are loving. So when the loving source becomes, the and I think it's going to be difficult. I think it's going to be very difficult. When your loving selves, remember to emulate that, and that everybody's going to be able to catch up. But because you're doing so well, when other people are not, you be humble. Be humble. Do not go out of your way to attract jealousy. Be mindful of your social media posts. It's like, if you get the opportunity to travel and that's so awesome. That is so great. You should do it, and you should post it once, twice. Do not just keep shoving it into people's faces, pile 3, because people are going to be jealous. Because again, foreign travel, distance, you could be in Paris in August for some crazy reason. You know what I'm saying? People are going to be mad, big mad. So if you know that there's things that you want to allude to, then share it. But at the same time, be mindful that you are living a very blessed and charmed life right now. So just be mindful of that, to not shove it down people's throats. That's also what I'm hearing. So I'm going to get off of my freaking soapbox, because this reading went all kinds of different ways than I thought it was going to. But I'm going to go ahead and shut it down right there, pile number 3. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your continued support. Again, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Consider donating if you will. Follow me on any of my other platforms. We got big announcements coming in when they're meant to come in, not through a Mercury retrograde apparently, so that's why they didn't come this week. But yeah, guys, love you guys so much. Enjoy your hot girl summer, your hot boy summer. It's all vibes, it's all love. Peace, and until next time.